Hey, what's up, fellas? How we doing? Man, Antonelli here. Today we're talking about Barry Bonds. I threw this video up on Instagram and Twitter um, probably a week ago or so, and it's gotten a lot of views, a lot of people commenting on it, talking about it. So I wanted to spend a couple minutes today and just kind of go through a couple of things. What I did was I drew a box. I drew two boxes. I drew one box around Bonds' upper body, one around his lower body. Because the interesting thing with Bonds when you watch him, and I'll kind of play it through here, as he starts to kind of pump the bat down low, and now he's going to start to move. The interesting thing is that he, during his stride here, you can see his lower body moves sideways towards the pitcher, but his upper body barely moves at all, right? It stays pretty much within that box. It may move an inch or so, maybe, right? And so Bonds, everybody talks about all the time. That one of the big things you hear is, Bonds' head stayed so still in the swing. And without a doubt, I've looked at tons and tons of major league hitter swings, and Bonds probably moved his head less than probably anyone I've ever seen. But more importantly than just the head movement, people always say, like, oh, that's why he was the greatest hitter of all time, or one of the greatest hitters of all time, because he didn't move his head. There's a lot more going on. And here's the move that I think really, really helps, not just in Bonds' swing, but in all hitters' swings. And it's this move of, and we talked about it a bunch, trying to create the proper sequence and trying to create some tension in your body, putting your muscles on stretch and storing energy. It's this move of the lower body gaining ground this way as the upper body resists back this way, right? So that you have these two opposite movements where the lower body is gaining ground and the upper body is pulling back. So if you think about, again, a rubber band, if you think about, something attached from here, the upper body, right, down to the lower body, think about that stretch happening right here. This is the storing of energy. This is the tension created in the body. I'm pulling back as I move forward. And then as I start to turn, my lower body starts to turn, right? Right about here, you can see his lower body starting to turn. His upper body still hasn't gone yet. So now we've got lower body trying to turn, upper body resisting back. That's that tension. That's the elastic band, pulling the band back, storing energy. And it happens until, it can't, the upper body can't hold anymore. So this is turning hard. This is pulling back. And then eventually, the upper body releases and the bat comes flying through the zone, right? And that's ultimately how you're able to create a whole lot of bat speed, when you use your body in the right manner and you create this proper sequence of the swing. So you're going to create a whole lot of bat speed. You're going to create a swing that works deeper, right? So the bat's going to work in the zone earlier. It's going to be in the zone for a longer amount of time. You're going to be able to get on path better. You've got more room here to turn the bat up, to work up through the ball. So a lot of really, really good things are going to come from having an ability to create this stretch right here and to pull back as the lower body kind of advances and starts to turn. And almost every great hitter does this move in some capacity, right? They all may do it a little bit different, right? Bonds kind of had that, again, he had that pumping of the bat down. And then as the bat starts to come back up, that's when he starts to move sideways with his lower body. So his lower body starts to move out. His hands are coming back up. They're pulling up and back. There's the stretch, release, homer. And I know, I know every time I talk about Bonds, there's going to be 50 comments that he was on steroids. Yes, he was on steroids. We all understand that. But that took, I think Bonds went from a amazing hitter pre-steroids to the greatest hitter of all time when he was on steroids, right? He still was a amazing, amazing hitter. So Everyone gets carried away with the steroid stuff. But he had a beautiful, forget about beautiful swing. Sometimes you say beautiful swing and you just think it looks pretty. He had a swing that worked super well, right? He knew how to use his body to create bat speed, whether he was 180 pounds or 240 pounds. He knew how to use his body to be able to create that path and to be able to create the bat speed, ultimately hit the ball a long way. So just want to throw this up to you guys. Thought it was a really cool illustration here of the move. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel if you've not done so already. Give us a thumbs up. I'd appreciate that. Share the video with all your friends. Check out the description box below. I've got a bunch of cool things down there for you guys. Check out Instagram, Antonelli Baseball, Twitter feed, Antonelli9, posting all these videos up there for you guys as well. And that's all I got. Take care, guys. Thanks again for watching, and we'll talk to you later.